Hey guys, here's my finished look with my hair down. I'm going to zoom in for a second to get a look at the eye. And I love the way it turned out. I hope you all give it a try. If you have any suggestions for what you do for work with your makeup, leave them down below. I'd love to read about them. So until next time, bye now. Hey guys, it's Pam coming back today with an eye look I wanted to show you. I'm going to call it a slightly smoky cat eye. It's something you could wear every day, not really just for special occasions. I'm going to wear it to work today. I'm getting ready for work. So I've already got my face done, and my first step in my eyes is always a primer because my lids are oily and stained. So I'm going in with Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden. Talked about this in my favorites video. I love this stuff. And it really prepares a nice canvas and makes my shadows bright because of the color of it. And it lasts all day. The color of my shadows lasts all day instead of fading out. So I'm just pressing that in with my beauty blender, my damp beauty blender that I have used. Sorry, it's a Real Technique sponge that I have used on my face earlier, making sure that's all blended out. And then I'm taking, also that I mentioned in my favorites video, this Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana. Using that to set that also with my damp beauty sponge. And that first step is now done. I'm going to use my powder brush to sort of just brush off the excess there. Now, also using something that we discussed last time, I'm going in with my Bahama Mama bronzer from the Balm. And as you can see, it's almost empty. But I'm going to using a large fluffy brush. It's a Sigma E40 blending brush. I'm using that, just getting in the corners there, tapping off the excess. I'm going slightly above my crease. This is just as a transition shade. It will warm things up. Make the hood of my eyes recede. Although I gotta tell you, about a year ago I started using that different gel at Angie Hot and Flashy suggestion all over my face, going right in after that with a lightweight moisturizer, bringing it all the way up to my eyes. Careful not to get it in the eyes, of course. And somehow, I don't know, my hoods aren't as bad, even though I didn't put it on my eyelids, of course. That might be a recipe for disaster, but my hoods, the hoods of my hooded eyes are not as bad. So I guess that's what it was, because I don't really use an eye cream, I just use moisturizer. So next I'm going in with the Jaclyn Hill times Morphe palette. A lot of you probably heard about this. My daughter ordered this for me for my birthday, and oh my gosh, look at all the shades. I mean, really, it has just about every shade you would ever want. Any warm shade you would ever want. It doesn't really have any cool shades. But today we're going in with this one right here, which Jaclyn Hill named SBN, which is Smoky but Natural. We're going to use this one first. And I'm going in with this dual-ended brush that I got in one of my Naked palettes, my Urban Decay Naked palettes, and I'm just using the sort of condensed bristles there. I'm going into that Smoky but Natural shade, and I'm just patting that all over my lid as a beginning. I might eventually have to check in another mirror. I'm not sure I can really see that well on the monitor. I hope you guys can. So I'm getting that on the majority of the lid. I'm leaving the very outer empty and the very inner empty because I have other plans for those areas. So it's just the majority of the center of the lid is what I'm doing that with. And let me check and make sure it's even on both sides. I think so, and we can always add more if we want. Next, I'm going in with my angled eyeliner brush. This is from Sigma too, small angle brush. I use it for eyeliner. Now, I also use, as I talked about in my favorites, my Estee Lauder Double Wear in Burgundy Suede. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to act like I'm doing a wing liner, which I don't ever do with gel or liquid, but I'm going to go up as if I were, and just slanting it in about halfway. So I have that look going on. Better do the other eye before I forget what I did. I would like to pause this and do one eye off camera, but I don't have the technological smarts for that, so I can't do it. I tried that the other day and it didn't work. Okay, now I'm using this small angle brush. I'm using, again, that Jaclyn Hill palette. I mean, you could use any dark brown. I'm going into the shade Chip, which is this dark brown right here. You don't have to use a Jaclyn Hill palette. Like the Smoky but Natural shade, any slightly shimmery bronzy shade would work well. I think L'Oreal has one in the drugstore called Amber Rush. I'm sure there's tons of others. But what is hard to find sometimes is a matte color in the drugstore. But L'Oreal also has those singles, and they're wonderful. And they have mattes in those. So look for the L'Oreal singles, and I know they have a dark brown one. Anyway, I'm going in there, and I'm just going over that burgundy suede line, just where I put that right now. But then I'm going to sort of smudge it out. Like that. So that's the look we got going on. I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. Back in that chip. And first I follow the line. And then I just start smudging it upwards. You can see how crepey. This eye, for some reason, is worse than this eye. I can't understand why. Okay, I'm going to check in my compact here. Make sure they're even. Okay. Now, we're not finished with the top, but we're going to go straight in now to the bottom, again using my burgundy suede. I'm going to just go slightly on the lash line. I won't go all the way, just about a third. You don't have to be real precise because we're going in with something else now. Okay, now I'm using another brush that I love for this purpose. Now, it's also an angled brush. This is a Real Techniques brush, but any angled brush, of course. This is a little bit thicker, so it's easier for me to do. And I'm going in with the chip again. I'll tap off the extra. And I'm just going to follow that right up. Now, I'm starting at the corner of my eye. And see how I'm laying that brush on the side to connect my faux wing, and then I'll just lightly continue across and pull product towards the inner, just sort of smudges it. Okay, do the same thing with the other eye. Ooh, I just can't see that corner of that, as well. Again, I'll angle it up. I follow the line of my eye. That's how you get the perfect line. You follow the line of that eye and join it up there with your top one. And then keep pulling that where you want it. Okay. Gotta make weird faces when you're doing this stuff, don't you, ladies? Okay. So I'm finished there. Now I'm going in with this little brush. I got it at Rite Aid a long time ago. I don't know what it is. Everything's worn off. In fact, the plastic coating on it is coming off. But anyway, I know I got it at Rite Aid. And I'm going into that Laura Geller highlight duo that I talked about my last video with the French Vanilla shade. And I'm going in with that right on the inner portion that we didn't do anything with, just to sort of brighten that up a little bit. Doing the same thing on that eye. Then I'm just going to touch it to my brow bone, arch just like that. Then I'm also going to use this, I'm calling it a brush, but it's actually a sponge. This came with the Laura Geller duo. This is so awesome. And what I like to do with this, and I just do it almost every day, I just go under and clean up any fallout, any mistakes. It just works. And because it's not really a shimmer, I mean, it has a little glow, but it's not really a shimmer, so it doesn't come off as, hey, that woman has shimmer under her eye. It just says, ooh, she's got glowy eyes, so I like that. Now I'm going in with my eyebrow pencil. I'm using It Cosmetics Brow Power Universal Brow Pencil. It's just a taupe color. So I'll go ahead and brush. And then I just fill in the bare patches. I got a lot of eyebrows, so I don't have to fool with them much. Just, I used to wax them super thin, and so I've got away from that. And they're slowly filling back in. But boy, wow. Brows don't grow like they used to when I was young, that's for sure. I always had sort of like a Groucho Marx unibrow. And I was always plucking like crazy, but they always came back. But then, a few years ago, oh my gosh, it's probably been 7 or 8 years ago, I was doing those little wax strips that you get at the drugstore and shaping my brows in. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, I got too close, and whoa, I had a wild skinny brow there for a long time, waiting for that to grow out. But, and that's when I just determined I would stop doing that. Okay, so now I'm going to check in the mirror, make sure I don't need to do anything else. Like that look. And I'm just going to go in now with my mascara as soon as I can find it. Oh yes, here we go. Here's my mascara. First I curl my lashes. Do one at a time actually. Then I'm going in with CoverGirl Super Sizer, waterproof, blackest black or whatever that dark shade is. And I'm doing that. Just to hold my curls, the only reason I do this. Here are my grandkids coming in. I have to take them to school today. 2-hour delay, guys. Okay, and then I'm Doing the other eye. And again, just with that supersizer, getting all the lashes so that my curl will hold. I have a final trick for that. Might freak some of you out, but it's what I do. Now, I'm going in with my Lash Paradise Voluminous. Just a minute, baby. Hold on. I'm filming. Going in with my Lash Paradise. And just sort of manipulating those eyelashes where I want them. Like that. Making sure I get the inner. Okay. Ladies, if you have trouble with your lashes, I've got to recommend lash serum. I used, for the first one I used was Grand Lash. I think it's Grand Lash MD that you get on Sephora. Oh my word, did that help. Last year I started using false lashes, and I didn't know there was a special way to take them off. Oops. So I was just pulling them off at the end of the day. Well, guess what? Some of my lashes came off with that mess too, so I was left with almost non-existent lashes. Now I have a little smear here that I will get to, but only after it's dry. Okay, now make sure, of course, you don't have any dust or dirt on your hair dryer. Turn it to high, and then I have a cool button right here that I keep pressing continually so you don't get a hot blast, you get a warm blast. So it's going to be loud for a minute, but this is what I do every day. That seems to hold the curl all day. Now, I've tried heating my eyelash curler, and that doesn't work at all for me, for my lashes, but that does seem to hold it all day. Because I have droopy lashes. If I'm not careful, I will lose all the curl. And that's aging, and we don't want that. As I said, I'll fix this when it's dry. I don't want to fool with it now. Although, occasionally I forget, and I've gone to work with mascara smudges. But if you try to fix it when it's wet, it just smears all over the place. Okay, next, I'm going to use my Exaggerate Rimmel London Lip Liner in Addiction, my favorite. I like to fill in with it too. It's similar to my lip shade. It's so cold here today, I'm not using a lipstick, but I'm going in with this lip gloss, Sephora, I don't know, it's number 6. It's this beautiful, it looks scary, but it's not that bright. So pretty, and it feels good too. Okay, so there you go, folks. There's my smoky but natural cat eye. As you can see, you could wear this to the office. You could wear it to a party if you don't. This isn't enough makeup for me for a party because I go all ham every day. But it would be a great party look if you don't normally wear makeup. I'll try to come back after I do my hair and show you the finished look, but it might be it. I don't know if I can splice it together or not, but Have a great day, and until the next time, I'll see you later. Bye.